Welcome back to my channel, guys. Today, if you can't read the title, we are talking about Bad Bunny at the Super Bowl. I know this is a super divisive topic. It's a hot topic right now, and a lot of people have been asking me about my opinion on it. So I figure, why not make a YouTube video out of it and give you guys my 2 cents on the whole thing. So let's get into it.
God bless America. Sea Chile, Argentina, Uruguay, Paraguay, Bolivia, Perú, Ecuador, Brasil, Colombia, Venezuela, Guyana, Panamá, Costa Rica, Nicaragua, Honduras, El Salvador, Guatemala, México, Cuba, República Dominicana, Jamaica, Haití, las Antillas, United States, Canadá, a my motherland, mi patria, Puerto Rico. Seguimos aquí.
All right, before we jump into my overall thoughts and everything like that, I know that right now we live in a very divisive time. Everybody's like super divided, whether it's their political differences, whether it's their ideologies, so on and so forth. I'm gonna say my channel here, I do not want this to be a very divisive channel, so I'm always open to intelligent conversations. I'm always open to differing opinions, and I always want to hear people out. So I'm gonna put a disclaimer right now. You know, my opinion and my thoughts may not completely align with yours, and that's completely okay. If you do not agree with what I said, please drop a comment down below and we can talk about it. All right. So what do I think about the performance overall? Number one, I like Bad Bunny's music. You know, as you see, I have the Miami hat on. I spent a lot of time down in South Florida around my Latinos and going to different Latin clubs and, you know, lounges and environments and concerts. So I've listened to a lot of Bad Bunny music. You know, one of my favorite albums of his is the one with J Balvin. I think it's called Oasis. I love that album. It just sounds like a fun time on South Beach. I also love his other albums. I can't pronounce them, obviously, because I'm not fluent in Spanish yet, but his other albums, you know, the one with the heart on the cover, and then his most recent album, the one that won a Grammy, even though I don't understand the language, I can vibe with the music. So, you know, I've been kind of tapped into Latin music, you know, ever since I was a teenager, and just kind of growing up and being around these Latin heavy environments, you know, everything from like the reggaeton from the early 2000s, like Daddy Yankee, Don Omar, Nina Sky, even now with like Karol G and Bad Bunny and J Balvin and, you know, so on and so forth. So I do have a love for Latin music. I have an appreciation for it. I think it's great. You know, I enjoy it. It makes my workout playlist, like, it's good stuff. Now, when it came to the performance, I thought it was a great performance. You know, is it the best Super Bowl performance of all time? No, but I did love the message of unity and how he represented for his culture, Puerto Rico, and all the cultures around the world. So it really was like a global message about unity and love. And I love that quote that he said, that the thing more powerful than hate is love. And actually, I saw there was a t-shirt that said that. I actually bought that, so I'm excited to wear it when it comes in. But anyway, I love the messaging of the performance. I thought the music was great. I love the cinematography. I love the dancing. I love the I liked everything about that performance. When I saw it, I had a great time watching it. The fact that it wasn't in English did not bother me whatsoever, because again, I listen to Latin music. You know, I either have it in the background, or listen to it in the gym, or if I'm chilling, you know, at a Latin club or whatever, I hear it. So the fact that it wasn't in English didn't really bother me. I was more so vibing with the message, the visuals, the overall package of what he was delivering on stage, and I thought it was a great performance overall. So 2 thumbs up for me, but I know that that is not everyone's sentiment, so we're going to get into that right now. All right, so let's get into the detractors. So I was having a conversation with a buddy of mine this weekend, or last weekend I should say, when the performance was going on, and I just remember people just being so like anti-Bad Bunny doing this performance, to the point to where like Turning Point USA had their own performance featuring Kid Rock and some other artists, and just people were just really just boycotting this performance. And I had to think like, wow, like maybe just the climate that we're currently in, but I do not remember people having this much hate for a Latin artist performing, because I remember a couple years back, J-Lo and Shakira, they performed at the Super Bowl in Miami, and I don't remember people having this big of an issue with it. Of course, they had some detractors, but I just don't remember being this big of a deal. So, personally speaking, for those who are not educated or those who are not in the know, and that's not a shot at nobody, but Puerto Rico is the United States. So all this all this about Bad Bunny needs to go back to his country. Well, he's American. He was born in Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico is part of America. If you're born in Puerto Rico, you're an American. So that whole logic just doesn't make sense to me. And then also brings the question, what is American culture? Because people say, well, him performing at the Super Bowl and him speaking Spanish is not American culture. So I ask people, well, what is American culture? Because number one, we don't have an official language, right? To me, America is a melting pot. You know, me growing up around Florida, you know, Miami, New York, me being around a multitude of different cultures and people, I never really associate American culture with being one monolithic thing. You know, I always figured that since we're a melting pot, American culture is a combination of all those different things wrapped into one. So I bring the question, if you are going to criticize Hispanic or Latin representation at the Grammys or at the Super Bowl, then why is it that it's okay in certain... So the people that are complaining about Bad Bunny being at the Super Bowl and Latin representation on these public forums are the same ones who celebrate Cinco de Mayo. Y'all want to throw back margaritas, and you know, in every taco spot that I go to in Florida, y'all be packed up in there. If I go to an adult club, I'm not gonna not say that we're on YouTube, but I see y'all love the Latin dancers, y'all love Latin culture, y'all love margaritas, y'all love flying over to Cabo and all Puerto Rico and all these places. But when they want to have representation on a public forum, that's where you draw the line. And that's why I really don't understand. Like, we can consume other people's cultures when it's convenient for us, but when they ask for that representation, it's problematic. So I just never understood that. You know, I just feel like if we're in America, we're in a melting pot, let everyone have that representation. If you don't like it, then you don't have to consume it. Nobody forced y'all to watch the Super Bowl, number one. Like, I'm not a big sports guy. Like, I really don't watch sports like that. Like, it's just never really been my thing. But I understand that I have a choice, right? So if Bad Bunny and all this bothers me so much, nobody's forcing me to consume it. And here's another thing. The NFL made it clear that they are looking to expand their viewership, their fan base. I understand that football is seen as an American thing, but they also want international eyes and international investments in the organization. So if you want to appeal to international markets, you are going to have that representation there as well. And a lot of people don't understand that. I know a lot of y'all are not marketing majors. Y'all don't understand how business works, blah, blah, blah. You know, y'all just want outrage. I get that. So, but I would just say kill the noise. There's other things going on in the world that's way more pressing than Bad Bunny performing at the Super Bowl. If you don't understand Spanish, it's okay. You know, nobody's forcing you to watch this. Nobody's forcing you to consume it. The NFL is still going to make bukus of money. Y'all are not going to stop. Y'all talking about y'all going to boycott the NFL. Y'all not. For y'all saying that y'all going to do this, you're not. The NFL is going to continue to make record profits. What do you want me to do? And there's rumor has it that even next year they're going to do K-pop. So y'all really going to be mad about that. So I don't know, man. But I just want to hop on camera really quick, just give my 2 cents. I personally love Latin culture. You know, me, like I said, coming up in Miami, New York, being around Latinos all my life. Most of the women I've dated has been Hispanic. I love Hispanic culture, food, music. I love it. I love it all. I love it all. So for me personally, this doesn't bother me at all. But I know for some of y'all, it's a sticking point. But anyway, I just want to come on to give my 2 cents about the issue. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think. I would love to have some civil discourse, some mature conversation surrounding this. So yeah, drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think. With that being said, y'all, I'll see y'all next video. Peace.